Diane in Denmark here. Just a short video for you today. I've got a little helper with me. I'll explain who that is in a wee minute. As you can see, I'm out in the garden. It's not raining, hooray! And it's not freezing today, though it's cold. As you can see, I've got my fleece on, I've got my big coat on, I've got my scarf on, I've got my gardening gloves, and that's something I was going to say to you. Maybe if you haven't made your own Christmas wish list yet, maybe you need some new gardening gloves. You know, you could put that on your list for the family to get you. It's always nice to get some nice new gardening gloves. Anyway, I'm probably looking like a Michelin man with all my layers on today. I've also got my wellies on. I'm dressed to shoes, not indoor lace-up shoes. I've got my wellies on, and I've got an extra pair of socks to keep my tootsies warm. I may be a winter bather, but I always feel cold in the extremity, so I've got really good thermal gloves. Anyway, I'm out in the garden today because I'm not going to be switching on Christmas lights right now, but because it isn't freezing today and it's not raining, I'm going to jump in right now and take this opportunity, and I'm just going to spend 15 minutes outside doing a few things out here. Now, if you saw, I've made a few decluttering videos where I went through all our Christmas decorations. You know, you saw the Christmas tubs that we have, and by looking through them now before we start decorating, you will see what you've got. You can maybe declutter some more, take that to the charity shop or the thrift store, and also by knowing what you have in those tubs, you know, in those bins of Christmas decorations, it's going to stop us from buying more stuff, because we don't really need more Christmas decorations. You know, if you're honest with yourself, you've probably got plenty. But anyway, if you saw that, you'll see that I have outside lights, and these were just in you know, some outside decorations. I just keep those in paper bags, and those are the lights which I'm going to put around the deck here. This is the deck that I can see from my kitchen window, so when I'm shining my sink at night, it's nice to look out and see the sparkly lights. But they don't flash. Hey, we're in Denmark here. It's white lights and not normally flashy. I'm going to put them up today. Stop making a noise over there. I'm going to put them up today. I won't be switching them on today, but at least I'll have them ready. Because in the old days, in the bad old days, I would, like my dad, I can be very, very perfectionist about things. And, you know, my dad, God bless him, you know, when he puts away the Christmas lights, he winds it round the cardboard, the original cardboard that came in, and, you know, and it takes days to get cleared up, and it also takes days to actually get the lights onto, you know, the Christmas tree onto the deck. I just, you know, set my timer. I'll be out here for about 15 minutes, or if I get frostbite my toes before then, I'll be heading inside. And I'm just going to do it and get them up around the here on the deck, and also we've got some lights that go at the entrance to the house. So that's my plan for right now. I've also got a few outdoor decorations, some kind of red candles to go in the lanterns, and some extra little lantern things, and these kind of cute reindeers, which are made out of old iron, and they stand at the front of the house. So I'm not going to put those out right now, but I've got them in a bag, and I'm keeping them at the front of the shed, so that probably next week when I start decorating outside the house, those are ready to go. Remember, if you've got stuff up in an attic or at the back of the garage or the shed, maybe now is the time to ask, you know, if you've got a really tall son, to, you know, go up the ladder and get the boxes down. Now, just before I leave you, here's my little friend, and I've just taken, I think it's a her, let's say it's a her. I've just taken her out from the shed. She was at the back of the shed, and I've just taken her out just now to give her a wee, I don't know, so she can air off a bit. She sits on top of the winter tyres for the car. Now, I got the winter tyres put in the car, was it about a month ago? Yay, go me. And when the summer tyres went back in the shed, she's always there. So I've brought her to the front of the shed now, and she's ready to go. And this is traditional Swedish Yule book, it's called, a Christmas goat. And somebody around this area was putting out this, had decluttered the goat, the Christmas goat. And I know she's not in great shape, but I think she looks kind of cute. And here we have a garden refuse collection every 2 weeks, and then the other second week is, you know, any huge, if you've got huge cardboard boxes or furniture, electrics, that's all recycled here. You know, we're big into recycling. And somebody had put this out for recycling, and I snatched it up. And do you maybe get a new red ribbon? I think we've had her for about 3 years now. Anyway, the Christmas goat, the tradition of that, there's quite a funny tradition in the town of Gävle, Gavle, up in Sweden. If you can look on the internet about it, it's really quite interesting. They build every year a huge one of these. I mean, it's like, you know, like 15-20 meters high, a huge one in the town of Gävle, just before Christmas. And unfortunately, it's become a bit of a tradition for people to try and set fire to it. And every year, you know, they have, you know, maybe video cameras, and somebody always burns it down. So that's a bit of a sad tradition. But anyway, you'll see these around Sweden a lot. They also sell them a lot in Denmark and Scandinavia, probably even in Germany. If you're in Germany, you'll have seen the Swedish Yule book. So anyway, I'm not going to sit around here any longer because it is cold. And oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, I'm just about to put on my old gardening gloves so I don't get my nice gloves messy. If you haven't already made your Christmas list for yourself, you know, have you got a wish list for yourself so the family can buy you something? If you haven't already made a Christmas wish list, why don't you put down, you know, a pair of gardening gloves? It's always, you know, it's a simple gift, but it's always great to get some new gardening gloves. So anyway, I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to leave you, hopefully I've inspired you to get out in your garden and do something. Maybe you need to blow some leaves, or just think about what is outside the front of the house, because it's now that people are going to start coming knocking on your door, or the postman's going to be delivering parcels. So, you know, have a look at, have you got perhaps some boxes that need to go into the recycling? Let's just kind of clear the decks a bit so we can deck the halls with boughs of holly. Boom, boom. Okay, right, that's it for me. Diane in Denmark, have a wonderful day. Just take off my gloves to do a live long and prosper, and goodbye from Yule Bug and me. Okay, see you very soon. Bye for now.